I don't know which way the cannon tower
Mic is
points.
working. So. Okay, yeah. Okay.
It's giving us the epic music, man. Hurry up.
Right? I guess chicken. That doesn't want that.
Oh, we're going directly towards the cannon towers. You get on
That doesn't
repairs
sound very good.
Well, yeah, because you're not doing anything.
Well, I'm about to freaking start my stream. I'm starting.
Well, you should have started it earlier.
Well, you should have slowed down. That's a thing you can do.
Well, you should fucking be here,
All
man.
right, I'm
Jesus Christ. Jeez. Okay, you fucking pirate the ship.
I literally told you I was starting my stream.
Oh my god, res me right now.
I'm repairing. Give me a second.
No, res me. Fucking hell. Ow. Is there... Oh, we can probably park around here. I don't see any cannons pointing at us. Never mind.
As long
There's
as we
one
get
right
close, they can't hit us.
there. Park around the side. Yeah, park around the side. That's gonna hit a bunch. Ow, for fuck's sake. Ow. Ow.
Okay, we're out of cannon fire area.
Yeah, anchor. That sounds out of cannon fire.
Well, they hit their own frickin' fortress, so...
Oh.
They tried to hit us, but it didn't really work. Why did you just throw the water back?
I didn't know I had water. Alright, man, let's go. Make sure you have food.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting stuff.
Hold on, wait. Let's fill up the supply bin. Storage crate with some food. Okay. I'm just gonna take all the coconuts and then...
That should be fine.
Yeah. I haven't did one of these in years.
Okay. Just can't get up that side, I guess.
Alright. Hey. Where are we putting this? So we both know where it's at.
It's somewhere not too far away.
From where? Our ship or
Yeah.
just here?
Well, not from our ship, just from where we're fighting.
Okay. Here, I'll put it like in the middle. I'll put it over here. Right over here. I feel like this is a good place.
Gosh, these guys freaking take so much.
Ow, oh my god. I'm actually one shot already. They all
I
ganged
know.
up on me. I don't have any food in my inventory. I'll be right back. I'm also getting a blunderbuss. I would get a blunderbuss if I were you. Blunderbuss and a sword. Usually what I use for these.
Yeah, well... Can't right now, because I'm kind of getting smacked by all of them.
Okay, here. You might be oh, wait, that's perfect. Hold on. Make sure they don't go.
Yeah, I'm almost one shot, man.
We can get them to like right there. Then here, you stay on ship. I'll go train them. Okay. Just cannonball them. Why can't I get up right here? Here we go. I think this is all of them.
Oh, I don't have any cannonballs. Whoops. Is that it? I'm coming.
Yeah. Now they're normal ones and the red guys. I need to find the ammo crate, so just so I know where it's at. Oh, wait, we have 2 ammo crates. I can bring one real quick. Okay. Once it gets to the gold ones, I feel like bringing them to the shore will just be easier.
All right. I tried to pick up a freaking explosive barrel and kill them with it, but they hit me.
That sounded real nice.
All right, I'm back.
Yeah. I only have 2 more on me. 1 more now. I don't know if there's more. I think I hear more. Could be wrong. I brought ammo crate over here, so
Okay.
we'll have ammo. Yep, that was all. Oh. One of them has a barrel. Do you have a long range gun?
Nope. Don't come towards this other barrel. All right, well. There we go.
Okay. Ow. Oh my god. It activated so many. It hit me.
I gotta get ammo.
Oh, they're leaf dudes. Yeah, just don't let them in the water. Oh my god.
I don't know
I
what
can't
you're
swim.
talking about with the blunderbuss being good. I haven't killed a single one normally with a blunderbuss yet.
I can usually one-shot them, depending on which one they are.
I just blasted both of these guys with all of my blunderbuss shots and I'm dead.
Jeez, man. Yep, I'm dead too. Because it doesn't let me press escape. Okay, man, you take a pistol.
I'm taking the
I'll
sniper.
probably-
The pistol sucks.
The sniper, it just takes so much time to aim in and then so annoying.
It's been the best weapon for me.
Alright, I'll be right back while I'm waiting. How's it going, man?
I'm just continuing to fight them over and over again because they seem to not be going away.
Don't worry, man. The loot at the end is worth it. It's crazy how far their arms reach. It's crazy how that reaches farther than my sword.
Mm-hmm.
How aren't you dead, Mario? I hate how when they attack me, it cancels out my attack. It's the most obnoxious thing. We're almost fucking done with ammo. Where's the last one? Here's dumbass. Oh my god. How did this even happen? Yep. Hey man, where you at?
On the top of the main place.
Oh, they're spawning.
Yeah, it's
ones
gold
now. Here.
men.
Yeah,
I'm
I'll bring
already
them over
on
here.
my way to ship.
Yeah, no, I'll bring them over here for you. Come on. Come on. Come on, you stupid motherfuckers. Come on. Dumbasses. Come on. There's gotta be more of you. Yeah, I'll slow you down a little bit. I have 4 of them. They're really slow. Well, that's 3 of them. Just shoot. Oh, there's an ammo pouch. Last one's coming.
They're just standing there. There's more than that one.
Yeah, I see. They're coming. Oh, Captain. Oh my god, you fucking... I'm waiting for the captain. Shot, good shot, good shot, good shot. Perfect shot, perfect. Dude, oh, that's a skull. Here, poon it.
Sorry, I thought someone was calling.
Gold pouch, gold pouch, gold pouch, ammo pouch. There's more. I hear them.
More
Oh, there's
gold guys?
two more captains. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm bringing them slowly. Guys really don't like to walk
This
very
ping
fast.
really, like, or this game's ping, like, gets demolished when I start streaming. Like, it's usually 50 to 60, which is normal, and then I start streaming, and it's like 70 to 80.
Boot them. Yeah, get back over here. I don't know if it's gonna be gold next. Let's see. It's not. It's normal, guys. Yeah, get over here.
Okay. I'll be there in a second. Oh, there's another, there's a big ship coming with people.
Big.
Big. Very
Oh.
big.
Oh. You know, they can have it. They can have it. I don't.
They
Feel
don't
like
seem
fighting
to
them.
be just wanting that. He's a pirate legend. One of them is.
This dude looks mean. He has his blunderbuss out. His blunderbussy. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. That's quite weird of them.
That is.
Haha. Jokes. Is that a skeleton? No, it's not.
Joke's on them.
well,
We have nothing. We just have a lot
Yeah.
of supplies.
What are you guys gonna do with it?
Alright, well, there's a guy down below that just
Yeah.
shot me. Oh no, three skulls, man.
Who's this dude?
I have no idea.
I like how we posed no threat to them, but they still wanted to kill us even though they're the highest level in the game.
I saw one, yeah. One of them I just saw had the title Pirate Legend. I don't know about the other guys.
One of the dude that was on the ship had the thing, Legend of the Dark Relic.
I have no idea what that even is.
Yeah. I really don't feel like playing this anymore.
Yeah, same.
Okay, play the Stanley Parable.
Hi, man.
Because I bought it for you. Well,
Yeah, but why tonight? We have, like, we're playing together.
I don't want to really play anything else. I just want to sit back and eat.
You never want to play anything, so when is that any different?
I've been wanting to play Sea of Thieves and GTA. I don't want to play Valorant or Destiny because those games get boring after 2 hours. Not even 2 hours for Valorant. That shit just gets boring after like 10 minutes.
It's installing.
Hey, you're free to do whatever, man.
Well, not really, because if I don't play it, then that's going to be the only thing you're going to want me to play for the next couple weeks. And then you're just going to say you don't want to play anything else just to get me to play this. So I'm not really free to do whatever I want.
Well, it's just genuinely, I don't want to play anything else. There's really nothing else that I want to play. Well, actually, that's a lie. There's nothing else that I want to play that you have.
What do I not have that you want to play?
Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3. Titanfall 2,
What do you want to
maybe.
play on Black Ops 3?
Zombies. Multiplayer on that game is fucked. Oh no, I'm fucking done with this shit. I booted up Noah's stream and the first thing I see is a Destiny 2 rap ad.
Didn't you want to get back into Warframe? What happened to that? I have it installed.
No. I played that shit for like a day and it got boring. I'm expecting you to have every ending done by tonight on stream.
No.
Bro, there's only like 1,000 endings, man. It shouldn't take that long.
I'll get one ending.
Do not get the infinite end or the shortest ending where it's like 18 minutes.
I don't even know how to get any of the ends, so...
Oh yeah, you literally just pick your own path. You pick your faith. It's basically just as easy as right or left. How much longer you got, man?
Done.
Done. Jesus fuck.
It's only 8 gigs.
Well, yeah, it took me like 10 minutes to install it. And you're streaming. So. No, I don't want beta updates for Steam. Hey man, what's the current time?
$6:42 EM.
It's gonna be 39 seconds off, so
Oh, too bad.
I'm gonna leave the call so I can just talk to you in chat.
Okay.
So I can watch. Okay, be right back. Not be right back. I'll see you. Yeah.
Okay. Hopefully that should be good.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, it's already cranked.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month.
Yeah, I can see that, Zexy.
And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. Trying to figure out if I can change it on my phone or not.
Never in all his years at the company,
which I don't think it can.
Happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Oh, that worked. Nice. Oh, the sensitivity. That didn't change anything. That doesn't change anything. That's lovely. All right. Oh, sensitivity doesn't change at all. Lower FOV. Oh, 80.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Shut up, man. Turn on subtitles. Man, people leaving their PCs on. Can't believe it. 420. There's 420. There is no 420. Oh, right there.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Hold on. I'm like stuttering. I feel like. I don't know why. Is it okay? Is this game okay? Oh, that's better. A lot better.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
That's kind of rude, man. Why is it so stuttery? What the fuck? It feels super stuttery.
Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about... What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side.
Alright,
Give me a
alright.
chance.
Prove it, man.
Now listen
Prove it.
carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Alright. Sure.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Oh,
Don't you see that it's
fuck
killing
you,
Stanley?
narrator, man.
I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you.
Thank you. Oh.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
I don't trust him anymore.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, No, wait. Where are you going?
Trying to left the door open, man.
Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this. Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me. Please, Stanley, think about what... No! Oh, thank God you lived. No, 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 what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you... My God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing
Yes.
to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly?
Alright, we can leave now.
Just getting a kick out of it. I don't know anymore. Do you actually want
I had to make
stay
him sad
alive?
enough.
Or are you just teasing me?
I'm really slow now.
I wanted us to be happy here, Stanley. I really did. I wish I still thought that was possible.
You must die. Should I? It's taking too long. He's making me wait. I know. I don't know why. Probably from falling a couple times.
Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Hey man. I got the ending. I ended it. Yep.
All of his co-workers
It's
were
ended.
gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Are we back? Are we good? What the fuck? I don't know. It just said OBS disconnected. There you go. All right. I don't know what happened.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section.
Oh, no,
walked
wait.
straight ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
No.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
No. No. I don't want to go left.
Oh, no. No, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's
Down?
clearly... Oh, dear. Would you hold on for a minute, please? Now, let's see. We went down...
Heck
right,
if I know.
Left, down, left, right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh. I don't want to go that way, though. All right. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so
You
far off track.
piece of...
Okay, from the top.
Don't you dare. Oh my gosh. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Heck if I
It
know.
was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Yeah. Now you're speaking the language, man. Let's find that story, man. It's back where we came from. Why is that door not open? Okay. I don't want to go in there.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it
No.
unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Thank you.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything? Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this...
Oh.
Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley?
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
Voice meter, PogChamp.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay?
That's rude,
I'm
man.
getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time.
Did it save?
I have to
Okay.
restart. All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost,
The
I've employed
adventure
help of
line.
The Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the
No.
line. How simple is that? No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Man.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa.
Seems like it.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that. You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Yeah.
Cut the music. Go back.
Oh, what the
and look
fuck,
at that
man?
Fern.
Burn?
Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Gotcha.
Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully.
No.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been
Yeah,
through,
what the frick,
you-
Line?
No, I
Come
can't
on,
take this
man.
anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
Come on, Line. Frick, man.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
I agree.
People, right?
I
Why
like
can't
this
we make up
narrator.
our own story? Something exciting, daring,
Yeah.
mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Yeah. Let's go, man.
Yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Are you?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story. No lines
Agree.
or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
Don't acknowledge it, TM. Alright.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control.
Indeed.
How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just
All right.
walk in circles for a minute.
Circles.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
Alright.
Oh, hold up, what's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game, what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing. Wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? It can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would
Did
we
we?
even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the meantime, if you...
The fuck was that noise?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad
hello.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
What are you playing?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've
The Stanley Parable something.
Frick is that?
It's some like mind destruction game, basically. Like it really plays with your mind.
Is your mind destroyed?
Yeah, it's so destroyed, man. I got
Destroy that. Yeah.
Zexy was like really not wanting me to get the freaking shortest ending possible, and I got it first try.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the... All right, fine, go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly what's out there? You want to find out what lies at the end of this road you've chosen? Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here. I haven't even finished building this section of the map because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing, because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknowable desires of yours. What would have made this game better? What did you want to see? Vehicles? Skill trees? Work with me. You've given me absolutely nothing so far. Tell you what, let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stanley. Take it for a spin. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here. A 1? I mean, I can understand if you had reservations, you saw ways the game could be improved to more fully express itself mechanically and artistically, but a 1? That's not even helpful. What am I supposed to do with that? But I guess it isn't my place to judge. Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one. Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please. Hey, I nearly forgot. I've got a prototype of a new game I've been working on, and now would be a lovely opportunity to give it some playtesting. You wouldn't mind taking a look at it, would you? Perfect. Let me boot it up. In this game, the baby crawls left towards danger.
What the frick
you
is
click
this?
the button to move him back to the right, and if he reaches the fire, you fail. It's a very meaningful game, all about the desperation and tedium of endlessly confronting the demands of family life. I think the art world will really take notice. But of course, the message of the game only becomes clear once you've been playing it for about 4 hours. So why don't you give it 4 hours of play to make sure it's effective? Be sure to keep notes on your experience. You heartless bastard. Did you do it because you hate babies or purely to spite me? Because if it's the latter, well, I don't know what to do. I'm completely out of ideas. I can't think of a single thing that might improve the experience for me. I'm not even going to try. I'm out, I'm done. It's over. Thank you for playing. Your input was extremely valuable. Oh, hey, since my game was so awful, why don't we play someone else's game? Just to ease the pain. Let's see. What do we have here? Yes, this seems like it'll work. Let's give it a shot. Aha!
Taco Bell thing.
Fascinating. What do you think this game is about?
Yeah,
Stanley?
so it's like a
What's our
two-story
backstory?
Taco Bell.
What is
Like
our
it's actually a
motivation?
restaurant.
Well, it seems
No,
obvious
I
to
have
me that
not.
you are meant to play as
It's
a
like a
countryman
bank
spying on innocent
drive-through.
civilians below you from up
Like
high
you go
in your
drive through it.
tower,
It's like a
perhaps
bank, you
for
know,
some
has a
sort
bunch of those
twisted,
lanes,
erotic purpose.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
and
that
it
must
gets
be.
like your
What a
food basically
fascinating
gets
venture
dropped
into
to
the
you.
experience of total mental
Oh.
depravity.
I think
My
I've
friend-
seen it, yeah.
Everything about this game,
Like on
Stanley.
TikTok or
And
something.
it seems there's even
I
more.
think I've seen it
Come,
once on
let's
TikTok,
venture
yeah.
outward and see what else is
My
out
friend
there.
went into one. It actually looks sick though.
Yeah.
Dang, your brother really destroyed that driveway. What is he doing? Is he getting all new concrete or what?
Yeah. I think he's planning on tearing it all up, getting it completely redone, and then seal coating it.
Oh,
Having you
Yeah,
guys
'cause he
seal
wanted
coat
a
it.
quote.
no, it can't be.
He asked me for a quote on it.
Yeah.
It is. It's an open world game. Good God, quickly block it off. Oh, thank goodness, Stanley. What a close call. You nearly wandered off into that thing, that big open, just wandering around, no right or wrong directions, no path to follow. You can just go in any. Oh, thank heavens we are.
That dude looks sick.
Okay, I'm going to get us out of here. Let's find another game. Preferably something
Man.
with walls.
Bro.
Something with nice, big...
Holy
insurmountable
crap, that guy's
walls.
dripped out. Titan. Looks better than me.
I think this will be just the thing.
That
Did you
was
know
an
in
insane
Did you
nitro.
know in canon that
See, this is exactly
oh,
what I had in mind.
that
Just a nice big box for you to run around.
hunters and
There isn't any
warlocks had
possibility
a
that you could get lost here. Now this is
fashion
game
fight,
design.
and
Stanley,
the Titans were left
if you
out
lost in
for
this game,
obvious
I would be
reasons.
phenomenally
Yeah.
impressed.
We eat crayons for a living. What do you expect?
Okay, so
Well,
what
I'm in
exactly
Rocket
are you
League
doing
now.
here? Let's see.
It's PogChamp.
There are lots of cars here in the back, but obviously there's no racetrack. Okay, I'm seeing that there's a ball of some kind back here. Is this game sports ball? Stanley, I think it's sports ball. Oh, what fun. We shall run the bases and do a touchdown together. Yes, I think surely we must. Okay, Stanley, here's the ball. Have fun.
That's big ball.
Nah, I don't want.
Are you doing it? Are you winning? Is this fun? Is it better than... Hold on. What are you doing? Stanley, don't do that. I can't follow you there. I can't...
Guy go.
How will you
I was
write a
popping off
story
for
without
there.
me?
I got
You
a
can't
5
do
kill
it, you
streak.
know
That
that, Stanley.
was the fastest 5 kill streak I ever got. I missed both shotgun shots. Oh, so you know, I sent you that picture yesterday of like me being one kill off for a challenge, you know?
Yeah.
That happened to get into another challenge.
That's tough, man.
Then I was doing a callus for Hawk Moon. It's just kills. 99%. I needed one more kill.
Tough.
I needed one more kill 3 times for 3 different challenges in one day.
I wonder
I
what
want
he
to
found.
die.
If what he wanted was to be the leading man in
Where
his
did
own
this guy
story,
go?
well, perhaps he's gotten it. Down in wherever he is right now.
I'm just Houdini.
I wonder if he's happy with his choice, and if he's learned the heavy cost that comes with it. He'll understand soon what I was trying to tell him.
I don't
He
want to
needs
pick
me.
that.
Someone who will wrap everything up at the end, to make sense out of the chaos and the fear and the confusion. That's who I am. That is what I mean to this world. Oh, yes. Yes, I'll be back. There's no other way. Once this ends, after it all comes to a close, then I'll be back.
Stop lagging,
The
bro!
end will be here
Oh
soon.
my gosh.
Very soon. I can wait.
Feck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley...
No, I knew I shouldn't have jumped out there. I didn't know it
Perhaps he
was
wanted to
2
stop
though.
by the
I thought it was
employee
just 1.
lounge first, just to admire it. Standing now in this incredible
Man.
room, Stanley for the first... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story is... But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Yikes. Switch guns. Oh my gosh.
Am I sure that the orders stopped coming in? How is that possible? They never stopped. Surely I was mistaken. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I killed him. Oh.
Stanley
So
felt like
this
he
hunter
had
jumps up in the
butterflies
air
his
and
stomach,
uses his
but
tether,
eager to get back to business, Stanley took
like
the
way
first
up in the
open door
air.
on his
I
left.
jumped shotgun, hit him like 3 times.
Stanley was
Jeez.
so bad at following directions, it's incredible
He could not.
wasn't 5 years ago.
He couldn't really do anything.
Look,
This
Stanley,
did
I
like the
think perhaps
multiple
we've
shot
gotten
one.
off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me. This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Oh,
That's her, Stanley.
I can't.
You need
I
to be the
mean
one
to
to
jump down. Doesn't matter. I was gonna die by the. Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on,
Oh, that
sweetie,
guy's
I'm
golden
leaving.
gun. I don't want
I'm
to
just pulling the bread
pop
out of the
it.
oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
That didn't kill him. Point blank.
Gotcha. Oh, come on.
Didn't even get a shield
Did you
all the way
actually
down.
think you had a loving wife who'd want to
The
commit
frick?
their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here,
What
Stanley.
the
We're trying
frick?
to get
This
you to see
narrator
something.
sucks.
Come inside.
This man's
Let me show
rude.
you what's really going on here.
The frick's wrong with him? No.
Sorry, but you're in my story now. This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley. Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence. Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him,
It's not
except that he's
black.
chosen this life.
Good read, I mean. Barely snipe.
No. I'm not pressing C.
I don't like that.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful, and each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable. It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one
Oh, my
more
food's probably
time.
done. Ooh.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it. You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself? I suppose I can't, not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
No, it's not sexy.
And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried. Stanley had never seen the office this brightly lit. Was it a sign of something? He hoped it was. He hoped very much that it was. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps too, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Tips for not getting fired. Talk less. Don't get fired. Alright.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all? None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just... He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this one. Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay. Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Frick is happening, man?
This
What
is
is
the story
happening?
of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day, the very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she
It's about to be gas. Like the Jews in Germany. Oh, wait, your stream.
What the frick?
A soft wind blew outside and perhaps rain started, and if it did, it stopped shortly after. Stanley hoped that he would one day see weather. Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
Poggies.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing special yet, but I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley. All right. All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
What the fuck, man? Alright. Cool. PogChamp.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else, right? Goodness. Another elevator. Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And oh, wait. There's more. Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend? Psst! Stanley! Come over here! In the vent! I want to show you something! Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past, and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where I've been storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste. And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com. James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim. It was Persona 3. It was all of them. And now, it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content. Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed hall of beloved video game memories.
I
These were simpler times, Stanley. But I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam.
Steam
Online
reviews.
video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they? Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them. Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good, for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I? You can tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can. Oh, goodness. This is actually quite shocking for me. Well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it to feel as light and airy as it... Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't. Oh dear, what an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks on my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure, like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remember. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy ruminations on the nature of choice in video games. Of course, I happen to believe it was perhaps one of my more profound such ruminations, not that of... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45... Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12 hours. You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really, truly getting longer, and my God, there's no way out of the room. Oh, Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single... Oh... Hello, it's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year? Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is only regret. There is only a turning wheel of missed opportunities. I felt nothing at all but...
That's insane. So, Mr. Beast posted 4 hours ago.
Yeah.
Has 8.4 million views already.
Yeah.
Like, I know he gets a lot of views, but in 4 hours, that's insane. Wait, how many subs does he have?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a
Oh,
point.
he's at
It was
almost
meant
at
to
100
speak
mil.
to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned. They screamed.
He's at
they
96.
gnashed their
He's
teeth
about
and
to pass PewDiePie. Wait. It's just PewDiePie have right now. Oh, 11. 111.
End is never the end, 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 is never the end.
What the frick? Well done.
Oh my goodness. Oh, you could get unlimited. Oh, that's sick. Oh, I'm about to do this. Hold up. spin metal. That's insane. All right, so well, I'm about to get
What the
unlimited
frick
legendary shards.
happened?
That's so you go to armor in Destiny. Go to like
Yeah, I saw that TikTok. You can get unlimited like legendary shards or whatever. Yeah.
yeah, like it's not like small. You get like it takes forever. This is like just it's I don't know. I thought it was like, oh, this could take like hours and hours, but you could go like 30 minutes and get a lot.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New
Oh, good.
content.
You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you. You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2. Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
Oh, I'll be doing this for a while.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really. Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, forget whoever you are, and simply
I am
become
Jim.
a person named Jim.
We go Jim. I already go Jim.
Sleeping and waking as Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never
Alright,
understand
narrator.
the impact
Jeez,
of
calm
this
down, man.
button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night for a popcorn and horror movie sleepover as Jim, developing a crippling substance addiction as Jim, rediscovering yourself through fringe religious groups as Jim, and finally dying a slow death at an old age, surrounded by members of your cult as Jim. Do you feel it in your soul? Are you really, truly Jim right now? If so, then please step forward and press the button.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Ooh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would still be worth the money. Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal validation. I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
Yeah, I saw that. We'll go there after this.
The of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I'm happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try. Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
It's a pretty nice bucket. I guess I have a bucket now.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an
So
award.
infinite hole is that way and this way? It doesn't make
Oh,
much
it's
sense.
that game?
Huh?
I saw a clip of it.
Yeah.
The infinite hole that's not infinite.
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
This is so OP. I'm about to hit 1,000 shards.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious
36. I get 36 each time.
Since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things. Okay, Stanley, I don't know quite how to say this.
It is indeed a pretty deep hole.
I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem.
Meeting at 2 p.m.
Look, the things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
No. Go again.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before. I mean, admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yeah. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do, and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working? You sure? Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole.
What?
And now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
It keeps killer bees from getting worse. The next common issue in all soup is cooling. So the obvious fix would be a bigger radiator and the Get a Dominic Toretto Cylinder 4 cooling mod, which will keep everything cool a quarter mile at a time. Sweet. And now that we got the parts installed, it's time to take it to the dyno. My name is Andy Smittegard, and we're at BSM Motorsports. Today I'm going to be tuning White Ben's K-Swap STI. Wait, it stopped. Oh, that's taking a while. Sound good. Get that on film.
Pretty fun hole. Oh. Yeah. What the frick is
Stanley?
this?
Stanley! Stanley! Oh, good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of
Oh.
dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodle-pip.
Would you name your favorite porn star in front of your family for $20? I don't know any of them. You don't watch porn? No. Would you be comfortable taking a lie detector test? We have one in our bag. Oh, for God's sake,
Oh.
no. Would you name
Here
your
we
favorite
are.
porn star
Go
in front
on.
of your family
Try out some of the
for
new
$20?
features.
Okay.
Oh, I see. What happened to this one? Well, did a video with it.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday.
It said this way goes back to the hole as well, so.
Which would you go with?
We're doing launches in like 5th year. Isn't this car like rare and shit? It is rare. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Huh?
It's like $100,000. Which is
Oh.
stupid. It's not worth that at all. It's not. No. It's fun to drive. Yeah.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get Well Someday it is.
So playing Wordle Unlimited, we've never missed a word. I hit like 1,020 streaks. I saw that. I've been playing this for 2 weeks and we've missed 12 words. Yeah, the plurals, right? Sorry, the plurals. Yes. As soon as you get that S at the end, you just need to do fillers or else you're just in heaps of trouble. For everyone on my stream is...
Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
This is the real truth about getting your first rental property. I feel like I can actually talk about this because I'm doing it right now. I'm not just repeating what everybody else is saying. If you don't know, the cheapest way to get into your first property is to actually have the intent to live there. This is going to allow you to put as little as 3% down. Now, a lot of gurus are going to tell you to use an FHA loan, and this is where I don't exactly agree. FHA loans do have...
The door's closed. Sag.
Property with as 3.5% down, but the catch is the property pretty much has to be in pristine condition. If you have cracks in the driveway or chipped paint, that can literally disqualify you from getting a loan. And most of the time when you're starting out in real estate, you're looking for those dingy,
Now
distressed
here's
properties
something
where
special.
renovate
You
and
remember
add a
that
ton of
broken
value. And
test
people might say,
achievement that
well,
got
the
left
seller
in the
can
game on
only do repairs,
accident?
but
Well,
in my
I'm
short-term
developing a
experience in
technology
real
to
estate,
simply
as well as just
give
talking
you
to
the
everybody that I met,
achievement.
no
Yes.
seller of a
You see,
dingy,
you'll
distressed
come to
property
disbelief.
is gonna
Okay,
spend
perhaps
their
I should
time
have
and money
clarified.
renovating
This
the
is
place
technology
just
that
to sell it
will
to you.
exist.
When they can
Right
just
now,
as
the
easily sell
achievement
to a
is
conventional
still
buyer
fully
who's just
broken.
gonna ask
I'm
for
not a
credit. Now,
wizard,
by no means are
Stanley,
FHA
but I
loans
guarantee it will
impossible
be
to use,
fixed
but
in the
that's
sequel
easy
to
if
at
you
last
choose to
satisfy
never
the
invest in
hordes
real
of
estate
ravenous
like
fans
me.
all over
This
the
is the
world
real
who have been
truth about getting your
uproariously
first rental.
demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
She's not the only one raking in cash from those robocalls. While it's not exactly a walk in the park, anyone in the USA can capitalize on it. There are 2 federal laws that give you the rights to turn those annoying calls into cash. The Telephone Consumer Act and the Telemarketer Sales Act.
All right.
This makes it illegal for any business to call your cell phone using an auto dialer without your permission. If they break those rules, they owe you no less than
I didn't even realize that.
If your cell phone is listed on the National Do Not Call Registry, they owe you as little as $1,500. A huge part.
All right. I'm gonna get off. Holy frick. All right. Might go live tomorrow. We'll see. Depends. You know, always depends. But yeah. It's actually probably see you tomorrow. Either way, even if I do go live or not. But yeah. See ya.